welcome to Papastache 102. So today we're gonna freaking crank up the distortion. Why? Because we can. We're gonna continue on with our drop D theme because there's so many ways to use it. You got southern rock and metal, hard rock, rock, maybe jazz, I don't know, maybe you can use it in pop, like tender songs too. It doesn't have to be, vicious, fire-breathing, pyrotechnic riffs on the guitar. We can be tender with drop D, but this is not the video for that. If you guys want to help with, if you want help, I should say, with soloing, click that link down below. That's going to go over target notes, scales, chords within those scale shapes, and how to use them and how to hit the great notes as the chords go by. So check that out. It's not on YouTube. It's down there in the description box. As for this lesson, I'm going to give you some drop D hard rock ideas so you can write the next hit songs, and maybe I'll teach them. That'd be great. I love teaching songs, so let's check it out. Okay. So there's tons of stuff that drop D is awesome for. And if you don't know what drop D is, you're just taking that low E and tuning it down to a D so you get a chord without having to do anything, which is freaking awesome. Then you also get to play power chords with one finger. I mean, come on, what can be more fun than that? So we're going to give ourselves the 12th fret, which is the D. Let's give ourselves the 10th fret, the 8th fret, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now, they don't all sound like they necessarily go together, but if done in the right way and some of those used as passing tones, work great. So one of the cool things is we can pedal off the open chord that we get. So that's great for riffs like. Okay, so what I would do there, and it's funny because by hitting the 12th fret, you're basically hitting that, but it sounds different because it's in 2 octaves. Right? You can add some mutes. Now, I can go out of that one of those that didn't necessarily sound good, but I can use that to slide into another one. Open again. 3, 5, and then back to the 3rd fret. And you'll hear that a lot in like players like Zach Wild and stuff like that, to where they really utilize the drop D to write some wicked, that sort of normal, I can't even talk, No More Tears vibe. Or Perry Mason, he does it, it's really cool. And it's the same kind of thing where you're using that slide from maybe a chord that doesn't necessarily sound like it goes in the key if you held it, but it adds a certain level of, angst. And you can mess around and find that, a little squealy there. You just do a little artificial harmonic. Mind if you got a strat, it kind of works right behind this middle fret. Gain helps. Now, so that's some of the stuff we can do. Right? So that's just going back and forth, hitting a chord and then open. Right? So what's cool again is that one finger thing. Right? Or you can slide slide down to that. So you can do that one time, say. And then slide or go up to the next one. So maybe end 1 on 3, 1 on 5. Then, as all good hard rock songs do, maybe bring it down a little bit for a verse, you know, when you actually have to sing and develop the angst and the fire. You gotta give the song a reason to have an explosion. Okay, so to do that, we gotta kind of bring it down and kind of put the audience in a nice trance-like state. And we can do that with chords like this. Maybe roll down the volume a little bit on the guitar, right? So then we can go right back to fire breathing with just one roll. Okay. Oh, before I forget, everybody always asks what I'm using in the video. So BTR 23 divided by 13, and then I have it going through a Jan Ray, a Vamaram pedal, I think is what it's called, and my divided by 13 lift pedal. And I set the gains really low on everything, but then when you turn them all together and set them loose, you got fire breathing. Okay, so that's the gear stuff, just in case you were wondering. Now, the chords we turn down, and what I'm going to do is I would take like a normal D power chord, let's say, and hit root, 5th root, and then put the bottom 2 strings sort of as suspended. Or if you want to make these big fat chords, you can take this finger and go up and get some other cool chords. So no, I don't play, fire-breathing metal very often or hard rock, so I know there's a million guys out there that can do it better, but my hope is that it'll inspire you to try it, and then you can be the guy and be like, dude, since you kind of suck at playing metal, let me show you how it's done. And then I'll be like, awesome, you've taught me well, thank you. And that'll be great, because, or screw this video, just go watch Zakk Wylde. He is the man. He's freaking awesome at this. But there's lots of bands that do it. I personally like the, 90s, late 80s, 90s guys, the way those guys do it, like Zakk Wylde. And they fuse, good hard rock. Not that I don't like nu metal, it's great, but I find that people sang a little more back in those days rather than yelled at me. So if you like the yelling, that's freaking awesome. So more power to you. I'm just a little bit tender, so too much yelling. It's like, dude, what did I do to you? And I save it for licks like that. So that's a cool one too, but that 3rd fret, pentatonic, really shake it and just show people who are boss. Now, if you wanted to solo over something like that, you just use D minor pentatonic. And I'll do that in the next lesson. I'll break some out of the box or some of those kind of stuff that you guys, or things, or riffs that you like. But remember, we got using just open strings. Stuff like that. Then you got the chords. right? So just to have fun, man. It's rock. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. So just check that out. Have fun with it. Remember, all you're doing is tuning this low E string down to a D. And then, you know, you can write more like of a bluesy one too. And use that Hendrix chord that we like in E, shift it down. Right? So it doesn't have to be, you know, metal. You can use like blues, hard rock, and just kind of funk it. So do that too, and mix the pentatonic in there. You can have yourself a fire-setting explosion of riff ideas. Sometimes I try to think of something to say, and my brain's like, wait, no, it's not working, Ah, so use these riffs, not my jokes, to get better at guitar. You guys are